very important to a person's health and well-being. As an adult, we need 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. Sleep is important because it enables the body to repair itself and be productive for the next day. The lack of sleep affects our body in so many harmful ways. The lack of sleep signals our body to overeat, which leads to weight gain, less sex drive, cause both short and long-term memory loss, high blood pressure, and increases the risk of a heart attack by 200%, car accidents, and perhaps major injury. For all these reasons, we suggest you take Somix 18. Somix 18 is an all-natural herbal supplement developed by Herbax that helps you with sleep deprivation. We suggest you take 1 capsule an hour before bedtime. We guarantee that you will notice a better sleeping experience and have more energy to start your busy day. Somix 18, a better way to sleep. Get yours now at www.herbaxusa.com.
Are you tired of buying new cell phone chargers that don't last? Or making your cell phone charger work in the dark? And waiting too long for your phone to charge? Stop this nonsense! Dragon Charge it! Dragon Charge is the only charger with a fingerprint LED light that makes it easy for you to operate your charger even in emergency situations. Its zinc alloy shell gives it super conductivity when charging and transmitting data. And best of all, the cable is wrapped with a high-density fabric, which makes it super strong and long-lasting, like a dragon should. Dragon Charge retails for $39.99, but for a limited time, it's yours for only $19.99. That's half the retail cost. Available exclusively for your iPhone, iPad, and all Android devices. Dragon Charge it. Order now. Go to DragonCharge.com. DragonCharge.com.
On a fine morning in 1493, Christopher Columbus was sailing down what is now known as the Caribbean Islands. He found two islands. The first he thought was quite ancient, so he called it Antigua after the Spanish word Antigua for ancient. The second he must have seen some bearded men on the shore, so he called it Barbuda, meaning bearded in Spanish. Hello and welcome back to GeoHisto Diary. Tonight we are going to be discussing about a very interesting tourist destination and country, of course, Antigua and Barbuda. Antigua and Barbuda is a sovereign state in the Americas. Is a sovereign state, not are sovereign states. Even though they are two different entities, they are considered as one single country. It lies between the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. It consists of two major islands, Antigua and Barbuda, obviously, and a number of smaller islands, including Great Bird, Green, Guinea, Long, Maiden, and York Islands. And further south, we have the island of Redonda. The population of Antigua and Barbuda in 2011 census was 80,000 people. The main island is Antigua and the capital and the main airport is on Antigua. The capital is St. John's. The country is nicknamed Land of 365 Beaches due to its many beaches surrounding the islands. Its governance, language and culture have all been strongly influenced by the British Empire, of which the country was formerly a part. Gaining sovereignty on the 1st of November 1961, it remains a member of the Commonwealth and Queen Elizabeth II is head of state. Now, just like that of many other countries, the beauty of Antigua and Barbuda comes out when we take a look at the ethnic groups. The ethnic groups of Antigua and Barbuda include Afro-Antiguan and Barbudan at 91%, 4.4% are mixed, 1.7% are white, and 2.9% other. The government type of Antigua and Barbuda is unitary dominant party parliamentary constitutional monarchy, and the monarch is undoubtedly Queen Elizabeth II. But that doesn't mean Antigua and Barbuda has no leader of its own. Its Governor General is Rodney Williams.
Take this opportunity as Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda to invite everyone to visit our shores. If you want to come here to have a delightful vacation, if you'd like to invest in a safe and secure environment, then Antigua and Barbuda is the place to be. Paradise awaits you.
Antigua and Barbuda together occupy an area of 440 kilometers square. Antigua was first settled by old-age hunter-gatherers known as Amerindians. Basically Native Americans, Amerindian, American, Indian, Amerindian. Carbon dating has established that the earliest settlements started around 3100 BC. They mainly used to engage in agriculture. The famous black pineapple, corn, sweet potatoes, chilies, guava, tobacco, and cotton are few of their products. The indigenous West Indians made excellent seagoing vessels which they used to sail around the Atlantic and the Caribbean, and as a result, the Caribs and the Arawaks were able to colonize much of South America and the Caribbean islands. So as the Europeans came to colonize Antigua and Barbuda, they brought with them African and European diseases, plus slavery. All these factors almost destroyed the local indigenous population. Now when I say Europeans came to Antigua and Barbuda, not just a single group of people, but multiple countries colonized or ruled over Antigua over the centuries. The Spanish people, however, did not colonize Antigua because it lacked fresh water, but not aggressive Caribs. The English settled in Antigua in 1632. The British ruled from 1632 to 1981 with a brief French interlude in 1666. Slavery was established to run sugar plantations around 1684 and was abolished in 1834. The islands became an independent state within the Commonwealth of Nations on the 1st of November 1981. Now, as I explained earlier, Antigua and Barbuda is a tourist destination. Tons of tourists come there every year. So to look at the beauty of Antigua and Barbuda, we must look into the geography of Antigua and Barbuda. Antigua and Barbuda both are generally low-lying islands whose terrain has been influenced more by limestone and volcanic activity. The highest point on Antigua and Barbuda is known as Mount Obama. Yes, Mount Obama, named after the previous president of the United States of America, President Barack Hussein Obama. It was previously known as Boggy Peak, though. If there's one thing Antigua and Barbuda doesn't lack, it's rainfall. Rainfall averages at about 39 inches per year in Antigua and Barbuda. The islands generally experience low humidity and recurrent droughts. Hurricanes strike on an average of once per year, including the recent powerful Category 5 Hurricane Irma, which damaged 95% of the structures in Barbuda.
The hurricane left minor damage in Antigua, but not its sister state Barbuda, with reports suggesting that at least 90% of the island's houses have been destroyed. In fact, the Antiguan Prime Minister says Barbuda is literally a rubble.
An estimate published by Time magazine indicated that about $100 million will be required to rebuild homes and infrastructure. Now, just like every other country the United Kingdom colonized, English is the official language of Antigua and Barbuda, but there are two different accents, the Antiguan accent and the Barbudan accent. Thanks to a large population of people with African descent, their English is quite different.
You not understand English? Where are we are go?
Baby, that wasn't English. You were just saying the same thing, only a bit slower. Anyway, Mojo, she was just asking, where are we going?
Girl, that's what you were trying to say?
Now, when it comes to the religion of Antigua and Barbuda, it is as diverse as the language. A majority, 77% of Antiguans are Christians, with the Anglicans at 17.6% being the largest single denomination.
But let me tell you, God knows where you are, and because through His Son Jesus Christ, you are going to be blessed.
Non-Christian religions in Antigua and Barbuda include Islam, Baha'i, and undoubtedly Rastafari. Now, even though Antigua and Barbuda are very small, they are part of a huge international community. Antigua and Barbuda is a member state of the United Nations, the Bolivarian Alliance for the Americas, the Commonwealth of Nations, the Caribbean Community, the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, the Organization of American States, the World Trade Organization, and the Eastern Caribbean Regional Security System. Antigua and Barbuda is also a member of the International Criminal Court. This tiny island nation has even an armed forces. The Royal Antiguan and Barbudan Defense Force has about 260 members dispersed between the Infantry Regiment, Service and Support Unit, and Coast Guard. Now, if you remember correctly from our Andorra video, Andorra was divided into parishes. Just like that, Antigua and Barbuda are divided into parishes, 6 of them, and 2 dependencies as well. The dependencies are Barbuda and Redonda. The parishes are St. George, St. John, St. Mary, St. Paul, St. Peter, and St. Philip. Yeah, they're quite religious. Tourism dominates the economy, accounting for more than half of the gross domestic product, GDP. Antigua is famous for its many luxury resorts as well. Now, when we look at the culture of Antigua and Barbuda, it is very beautiful. It's a mixture of West African and British culture. The main festival is the National Carnival, held on each August, which commemorates the abolition of slavery in the British West Indies.
Our carnival celebration, which is annual, in the last week of July, first week in August, is the climax, culminating point of our cultural expressions. And for all our visitors, I know you will enjoy it. You'll have fun. And we look forward to seeing you when we celebrate the 60th anniversary of our carnival. Welcome to Antigua and Barbuda.
I can't explain how I feel. I jump and I effect, which means that it's my name and
Antigua Carnival every year. We've been coming for the last 4 years, and since then, Antigua stole our hearts, and we try to represent Antigua wherever we go, across the UK or Europe or wherever we go carnivaling. So we are carnival junkies now.
Everybody else was in a fat. I was too young. And they used to leave me home. Grow up. I don't have no patience, no way, no ways. Man, I want to tell them my own.
Show them your ID now. And next year we go do it all again. Show them your ID now. Show your ID now. Show them your ID now. Show your ID now.
Cricket is the national sport. Other popular sports include football, boat racing, and surfing. The cuisine of Antigua and Barbuda is very unique as well. Corn and sweet potatoes play an important role in Antiguan cuisine. For example, a popular Antiguan dish, ducuna, is a sweet steamed dumpling made from grated sweet potatoes, flour, and spices. This island nation has a very independent media service as well. There are 2 newspapers, the Daily Observer and the Caribbean Times. The local channel ABS TV 10 is available 24/7.
You are in tune with the nation's stations, ABS TV Channel 10, the GIS, and ABS Radio 90.5 FM. Proudly serving you, reaching more and more people every day.
Now Antigua and Barbuda, very small, very sweet. What have you learned from Antigua and Barbuda? Antigua and Barbuda has been placed at a very disadvantageous situation by Mother Nature herself. Antigua and Barbuda averages at least 1 hurricane per year. You should never forget that. And that is a very big disadvantage. But even then, with whatever Antigua and Barbuda has, it thrives. It teaches us a very important lesson. We might not have all the resources that we need, but even then, with what we have, we can make a difference. Antigua and Barbuda is such a beautiful example for that lesson. This is Tapan Santosh from GeoHisto Diary. Make sure you visit our Patreon page and subscribe for more. Thank you very much for watching. Have a blessed day.
Has your iPhone screen been damaged by accident?
Bring it here at iPhone Doctor.
Or has it been damaged by water?
Bring it here at iPhone Doctor.
We're located at 751 North Rancho Drive, 702-553-2800. We also repair iPods and iPads.
iPhone Doctor.
We have services with connection plan, sales, and cellular activation. The best place to have your iPhone like brand new.
iPhone Doctor.
702-553-2800.